Is my grandpa secretly Commissioner Gordon? What burger of the day do I want to eat today? How does Ben Grimm have children? How is Hope gonna get herself out of this one? Let's have a conversation.
Hello, welcome to Conversations with the Goob. That's me. Let's have a conversation. It's been a while, hasn't it? I stopped filming conversations about 6 or 7 weeks before I stopped filming Gulps, which sucks because this is the one that was just me. This one I could just do. I didn't need anyone to help me with it, so that was all on me. But I'm actually filming this for my my singles and friends.
Stuff can be two things.
Anyways, let's just go ahead and jump right into this week's topic. It's a little deep, a little dark, so trigger warning for anyone. It's about death, loss. I always say I don't deal with death well, but that's not really the truth. That's not a good way to say it. I deal with death just fine. I understand the finiteness of it. I grieve in my own way. I found I have to grieve in private. It's just something that, as a man, like, I'm just not ever been allowed to show my emotions. And this all started. My first big loss was when I was 7. I lost my papa. I'm just really too young to remember that. I just remember I understood he was gone. I understood that, and I didn't want to go to the funeral because I don't want to see a dead body. I mean, and my mom's like, you have to see him. You have to understand that he's gone. You have to see him to understand. And it's like, I understand. And then it wasn't until I was 13, I lost my dad. I was just filming my other video. I never script these. A lot of people have asked me if I script these, and I don't. And I was filming a second one, and I remember that on the first part, I never actually mentioned one of the reasons why I'm thinking about death a lot right now. Not only because I've wasted the last 15 years, and I just feel like my life I'm right back to where I was when I was 19. I'm exactly where I was, and just to know what happened in the last 20 years. I'm only gonna be 39. And it's and that made me remember, I'm having, my dad when he died, he guess how old he was? Yeah, 39. So it makes me kind of freak out, even though I know that, I'm not going to turn 39 and die. In fact, maybe, I don't know, but it just makes me kind of freak out a bit because I am going to be 39, and then where the hell is my life gone? Like I said, I look back and I'm right where I was when I was 19. And where was I when I was 19? I was fresh out of high school. I'm not fresh out of high school, but I guess you could say I'm fresh out of college. I have no life experience whatsoever. I guess I have a little life experience. I know what not to look for, but I just I'm not where my dad was, and that kind of just, and I try not to compare myself because he's a different, he got all the things. His high school dream was to join the Air Force, and he was in the Air Force for 21 years. My high school dream was to travel and be a teacher, and I've been stuck in Michigan for the last 20 years, so I just wanted to add that little bit because my existential crisis of the age thing I forgot to talk about. So I'll have to add that in when I edit this later. And this one was hard for me, not only because it was my dad, but I'm 13, I'm a child, and at the wake, my mom comes up to me and tells me that you're the man of the house now. You have to be strong for your sister and me, which it's my sister's older than me. I'm the baby of the family, and now I'm supposed to be an adult, and I'm sitting there so confused because in my mind, I'm I'm a child and my dad just died. Aren't you supposed to be the adult? Ask me how I feel, not tell me how I'm supposed to feel. And she's telling me like, all these things, and it's just like, men don't show emotion, men are strong. She wanted me to put my arm around her and go, it's okay, Mom, we'll get through this. It's like, I just lost my dad. I'm not going to do that, And so that's why I say when I don't deal with death well, it's because I don't show how I'm dealing with it on the outside. I will hide my own feelings because everyone else around me needs to grieve more. Like, in the case of my dad, my mom needed to grieve more than I did, I guess. And so I couldn't, I didn't do the whole, like, man on the house thing. It kind of just made me angry and withdrew. And that's why I just, I don't, you'll know, like, my dad's anniversary of his death is coming up. It's coming up on March 11th. And every year on March 11th, I don't do anything. Like, I'll take the day off work if I have to work, and I do something for me, and it's usually like playing a video game that I remember my dad playing. I usually always get his beer. It's Yingling, but when you're not anywhere near where they have Yingling, which they have it now, but I get MGD, Miller Genuine Draft. Unfortunately, I'm not drinking, like, so I'm probably not going to get any Yingling. But I'm probably just going to watch Saturday morning cartoons, because that was our thing. He would get me and my sister up and we would watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Spider-Man. So I might make the day out of doing that. And maybe I'll get food that I know me and him like, teriyaki chicken wings, if I can find some of those. Man. But I do something for myself, and I'll grieve on my own. I cry a lot. I well up all the time. And I don't do it in front of other people because I've always been told I'm not supposed to, or they need to grieve, and so I need to let them grieve. I need to be strong for them. And I don't like funerals. I know that's another reason why people have told me that I don't deal well with death, because I don't understand funerals. Like, I get the whole getting together, remembering them, making an evening about them, and I don't get the part about having, and this is where I might be rude for calling it the body. That's not them. That's not the person that was lost. That's not them. And I don't really like that being the last thing I see of that person. Like, I remember, like, that's I see my dad and my grandpa, and it's like I just remember them built up with cardboard in the coffin. My dad donated so many organs that he didn't have a chest cavity anymore. They had to like fluff him up and fill him full, and he looked weird. And it stinks. It just stinks of death and decay. And they fill the room full of all those flowers, which I don't know what they're called. They call them funeral flowers because that's all I can ever connect them to. And it doesn't cover it up. Maybe for most people it does. I can't get the smell out of my nose, and I can't do it. I go to funerals to be there for people, but I usually will go in the other room, the guest room, the waiting room or whatever. I don't really need to see the body to say goodbye. I say goodbye in a different way, and I just don't understand why everyone wants to sit in a room with that, and that confuses me. But I don't show a lot of emotions because I've just been told I'm not allowed to, and so I show the emotions on my own. A lot of times on my walk, if I'm walking, you'll see me crying, and I try to smile because it's a good cry, always a good cry. A lot of times TV shows will do it to me. Boy Meets World, that does it a lot of times. Supernatural, when the boys are having their bro moments, the BMs, that'll do it to me. But no, I'm told I don't deal with death well because they don't see my emotions. But I was told at a young age I'm not allowed to. I have to be strong because I'm a guy. Apparently, I thought guys could have emotions, but I always think of JD whenever people are telling me how I'm supposed to be feeling. I hate when people tell me how to feel, and it comes up with JD. Let me feel my feelings. And
JD, let me feel my feelings, Turk. We worked on this.
I don't know. So I've lost, those are the only lives I've lost that were close to me, other than my cats. I've lost 3 cats, and the day that they died, I took the day off and I laid in bed and I just cried until nothing else came out, and watched like random stuff. Usually it's my comfort things, TMNT movies, the ones from the 80s, I'll watch those. And I don't, you know, when I think back at them, you know, I mean, they're gone. There's nothing, you can't be sad. You can't be sad. They're gone. Life goes on. You gotta live for them, you know. And I got this Millennium Falcon the Christmas before my dad died, and it's a model kit. He was building models. He loved building models. He did all sorts of fun little string art, and he built models. So he got me a Millennium Falcon model kit. It's all just plain gray, and you're supposed to build it and then paint it yourself. And we never got to build it. It's still in my car. I just never built it. I've tried to a couple times. It's been 25 years now, and I've tried to a couple times. The first time I went to build it, I found out there's no instructions with it, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. There's like no instructions whatsoever. So I started trying to find them. That was like 15 years ago, before it was really easy to, like, I could probably just send a picture into Chat GPT and it could find some form of instructions for me. But yeah, I just you know, I'll build it one day. The universe, when the universe says I'm ready to build it, I'll find the instructions. But I've looked for them a few times and I can never, I think I found them the one time, and then I don't remember where I did with that, because by the time I went to build it, I couldn't find the area where I thought I found them. So I don't know, I'm getting a little long here, so I'm gonna let it go. I'm hoping to start doing these again. I'm here at the lake. I don't know if you can hear them doing work out there, but yeah, you know, I don't remember how I ended these. I think this is what I did, but and this is when I really like this. This is how I'm going to end it. Just remember, you don't have to have superpowers to be a hero.